Patient was unconscious when they got to him, but they brought him out to revive them.
Should tell kids to only go to homes they know, that have their lights on, and are reminding drivers to watch out for excited.
Gonna do some crazy breathing test, and I had a blood test. I'll tell you why I have marks on both my arms after. Well, I do love the Halloween theme there at the medical building. Spooky, although I'm not sure if that's what you want from a medical building, I was saying. So I've got my 2 stabbings, and then I've also got this stabbing. They took a lot of blood. I could go as a mummy, I guess, for Halloween, or a vampire victim. I just rode the escalator back there, and you know how they have, like, it's like a little broom, like, along the side, like it's like a sweeper thing? I let my shoe sort of rub against that, and it kind of felt good, like a little massage, and it's kind of like a free shoe polishing. They've got a little booth there for Sunnybrook Hospital, and they're saying, ask us, who opened the blood-brain barrier? Why does it matter? I wonder if anybody's asking them. I feel bad for that little booth. And setting up the camera area so that I can film me unboxing the ketchup so that I can put it on my expired beef. Speaking of expired, these are expired coupons that I dug up. I keep a folder of coupons, and I was going through it last night, and yeah, these are all, like, when did this event end? March 19th, 2017. Hey, that's my birthday coming up, so buy me a present. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't say my birthday because I don't want to be identity thefted. But every celebrity birthday is out there in the media, right? You can look at their Wikipedia. Entertainment Tonight says, happy birthday, George Clooney. So how come they can have their birthdays out there and I'm trying to hide it? Anyway, I haven't gone through my folder of coupons since, like, Teresa visited me, like, was it a year or 2 ago? It was Tiff, like, maybe last, like, it was a while ago. More than a year. So, Teresa, I hope you come visit me again. Here's my pile of things that I need to review that were sent to me from Amazon. Well, I got this for free and these mics for free from Amazon. They don't work on my camera, though, so I don't know what to do with them. But this is the ketchup from Pauline in this big box, so that's what I'm going to film now. I've set up my home studio here with good acoustics, and this is where I should be filming. The camera is usually behind my desk there, but I figured because it's ketchup, I should do it in the kitchen for like a food theme. So it might sound, see how it sounds echoey in here? But oh well. That's your billion-dollar idea. You're the new Facebook.
Sorry?
That's your billion-dollar idea. You're in the new Facebook.
Who knows? We'll
did a bunch of auditions on thevoices.com, and now I'm doing some for my agent in, where is Lori Lynn's? Milwaukee. And this is awesome. It's for a video game. You gotta hear my voice. Ah, crap. I just played my voice for you for one of the characters and described some of the others. But then I remembered, you have signed I'm not allowed to say anything about this, so sorry, oops. Yeah, so I played you some of the script, and then I just deleted those videos. But hopefully I'll get the role, and then you'll actually get to hear me in the real game. That would be even better than me violating my confidentiality thing for this stupid vlog. Okay, so I'm supposed to go to bed right now. I was supposed to go to bed like an hour ago, as per my new plan, but I'll go to bed right now, especially because you saw I was chatting with Brigetti in Cape Town. We've decided she's going to help me do a live show tomorrow at 8 a.m., which is 2 p.m. her time, and so that's why it's a good time, but it's also good because I decided, you know what, it should be in the morning because then I get it over with and it's done and I've got content instead of all day I'm like, oh, am I going to do this or not? So, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to tell you about, like to catch up on previous days. So let me think of one. Oh, remember that letter that said I owe over $800 for a tax thing? I asked my accountant, he's like, no, that's not accurate. It would be accurate if you weren't self-employed, but because I'm self-employed, my taxes are due June 15th. and we did submit it before that. So when I finally finish submitting my taxes for 2016, they will realize the mistake. So that's good. It feels like I've made $800 now because I don't have to pay $800 that I thought I would have to. So exciting. Which kind of fits with one of the philosophies I came up with for life. Like, if you ever want to feel better about yourself, imagine a worse situation and then imagine you got rid of it. Like, say, I got my hand cut off and I'm like, oh God, if only I could change that. I'd be like, oh, I wish I could have my hand back and then I would be fine. And then boom, oh, it's back. Hey, life's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? So you can, like, yeah. Or apply it, like, say you get sick, but imagine being even worse sick and then think, like, you got a cold, but you're like, oh God, but what if I had cancer? And then you can go, well, if I had cancer, I'd be wishing, if only I could get rid of the cancer, I'd be happy with the cold, and then you'd be happy with the cold. Anyways, this is getting depressing. But you can always think of a worse situation than you're in. Okay, maybe the cold versus cancer wasn't a good example of that, because having a cold isn't that bad. But imagine, like, my sister has Parkinson's, and, I haven't told her about my little mind trick, but, she can still walk, she can do stuff, so I'll bet, if she had something even worse than Parkinson's, she'd wish that, oh, I wish I had Parkinson's. All right, forget this whole thing. What was that? Okay, what's another piece of information I can give you? Let me tell you about the Directors Awards quickly. I was supposed to be there for 5:45, and the red carpet was going to start at 6. And don't tell anyone, but I was running late, and I felt so bad. On the way there, I was like, oh my God, this is the only thing I had to make it to all day. How am I running late? I hate myself. I hate my life. And when I got there, it was fine. The thing didn't start rolling until like way after 6, and it turns out it wasn't actually red carpet with people walking it. We were just supposed to mingle and find people, interview or whatever. So it went well, but it taught me a lesson. Like, I can't live like that anymore. But I guess not too good of a lesson, because this morning I was half an hour late for my lung appointment clinic, and so the whole way there I'm stressed and everything. I create all this stress for myself because I guess I went to bed at 1 last night. Like, that's when the podcast shut off. And then I woke up at 9. I woke up at 9:30 and I was exhausted, and so I couldn't really get out of bed till 10. So I'm going to fix that tonight. I'm going to bed shortly, so that's some catch up. And here's one little bit of information. Oh, actually, still about the Directors Awards. We thought we weren't supposed to be staying. Like Charlene said we could stay, but it turned out it wasn't like a normal award show at the Carlou with like seats. It was like wedding tables where they were serving dinner. But at some point I said, you know what, we're just going to sit down. But then we wound up sitting down with the people who run the awards. We were like, oh God. So the whole time, Raquel and I, sorry Raquel, we were thinking we shouldn't be here, and then we ordered food because the waiter asked if we wanted food, and then when it came, we just ate it really quickly so that nobody could take it away after. Anyways, you'll see that all in the vlog. And then, okay, I have to tell you about my wounds here. Hold on. I've got 2 wounds from blood tests today because, okay, the doctor sent me for a blood test. He's like, do you get sick a lot? And I'm like, all the time. He's like, well, let's send you to test to why is a healthy guy like you getting sick all the time. So the lady, I think she was Filipino. I think everybody who worked at the clinic was Filipino. Anyways, she's taken my blood, and then as she's sticking it in, I'm like, because I always do that. I hate getting blood, so I'm always like bracing for it. And then she was sort of done, and she's like, I didn't get blood. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I saw your face. So she thought I was like in great pain, so she just took the needle out. I was like, what? So then she went to get this other woman, I guess a manager, another Filipino woman. Instagram stories really aren't built for talking at length. I have to keep pressing the button every 15 seconds. Anyway, so the manager comes in. She's like, oh, why did that woman use such a big needle? She was using some massive needle. I'll use a smaller one. So then she used a smaller one and took blood. So now I've got blood in both. And then the girl, she was Indian, who was doing my breathing test, she had to take a blood test to test my oxygen levels. So she pricked me, but then was scraping. And before all that, the doctor, first he goes, oh, are you related to the Rackless family doctors? I'm like, yes, I'm related to Michael and Val and Nita. All the Rackless are doctors except for me. I'm a bum. Even my dad's a doctor, and he's not even a doctor. My dad's a doctor of education, so he's technically a doctor. What was I talking about? Oh, right. I told him about all my health stuff, like my problems breathing and all this, and he's like, well, I don't see anything wrong with you. And he's like, you're the healthiest person I've seen all day. So there's probably nothing wrong with me. I even feel fine today. But he said there's degrees of asthma. I said before, I canceled the appointment before because I didn't want to know if I had asthma. It's like, I was like, I'd rather not know. I don't want to be stressed. He's like, yeah. In the old days, when he started school, when he was in school, there was only one kind of asthma, but now there's 28 kinds. And I'm like, does that mean they've discovered 28 kinds, or there's like 28 new kinds? He's like, no, we've just identified I asked if they've identified. Anyways, I used the right term, and I was right. He says there's preventative things you can do now, so it is worth knowing. It's not just like a stress thing. Like, if we find out I've got it, we can do something to keep it from getting worse. So it's better to know ahead of time than to not know and have it get worse on its own. Okay, I think you're caught up on a lot, and hopefully I'll do my 8 a.m. show tomorrow morning. And what I'm planning to do is to open the box of ketchup that Pauline sent me. So, seems like there's a lot of ketchup in there. I'm excited to put it... Oh, see how excited I am? I dropped my phone. I'm excited to put it on the rotting, expired beef that I cooked yesterday. I actually ate some of it today. That's all I've had today, a banana and some rotting beef. So hopefully I've lost some weight today. I'm going to be Slim Jim. I was watching Ty Lopez talking this week, and he was saying it's important to be lean. You got to be lean. So I want to be lean and mean. So I'll see you in the morning, Mean Joe Josh. What? That was just like, Mean Joe Green. I think he was a football player in the 70s, so I was trying to make a little joke there. Anyways, all right. See you at 8 a.m. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah, the doctor was asking all these questions, trying to get at, why I might be getting sick or having problems. And he's like, are you married? No. Are you straight? I'm like, yes. He's like, have you done drugs, like blood transfusions, anything that might give you AIDS? And now I'm thinking, oh my God, do I have AIDS? But I can't even remember the last time I had sex. Well, it wasn't that long ago, but no, that wasn't even sex. I don't know. I don't think I have AIDS. Hopefully I don't. Anyways, either way, I'm doing my show tomorrow. Bye.